I came here to experience what public policy is like in Washington, D.C., what consulting is like, what government work is like.
M-Squared Strategies AMP program is a really wonderful opportunity to gain experience in federal consulting in Washington, D.C.
The opportunity to work so closely with the client and points of contact, it really gives the AMPs an opportunity to present themselves in the workforce.
Getting a hands-on experience working in the federal government and getting a chance to work with real government executives it's not something you get to do with a lot of other internship programs.
It's an excellent opportunity to explore two different fields. One would be the government consulting option, but also working directly for the federal government itself. I got to experience both sides.
This is my third internship, and it's definitely the most involved, where you really have ownership over what you're doing. Something that you're creating and experiencing and delivering, and that's what makes it unique and a lot more rewarding.
AMPs are extremely motivated, extremely driven, and extremely hardworking. They're the overachievers at all of their schools and universities, and they're smart, and so they can get done a lot in a short amount of time.
The DC experience is shocking at first.
I'm from California, and this is a big change for me.
Once you're on the ground and running, there's nothing like it.
The first thing that happens is you immediately get introduced to the company through an orientation. You find out where you're going to be placed within the federal government.
They just basically got their assignment and they just started going full speed ahead.
We were given a scope and a set of deliverables from a client, but we're doing all the research and we're designing the deliverable.
Jenny was our team lead and she was amazing. She sat through everything with us, was there when we needed her. We could have one-on-one conversations. We got to do project reviews with her every other week.
Our second challenge was to create questions that actually got the information.
Our client was very impressed with the AMPs this year. He was so impressed that he wanted more of their work. He wanted them to continue doing the work that they've been doing.
The clients could not be more pleased with the AMPs work. Many of them just beamed and couldn't believe how quickly the AMPs were able to turn around projects and fulfill the requirements. They were just astounded at the quality of work.
Just to see how my work I've been doing at the Department of Transportation has actually been approved and used for daily use. Like, I actually can see tangible evidence of what I've done being implemented at some of the highest levels at DOT.
We had many opportunities to develop professionally, meet individuals throughout the DC area, and to build relationships with clients on client sites.
Having a mentor and actually being able to spend time with them, as well as all of the other employees, you know, no matter how busy they were this summer, they made time if you asked for it.
All of them are extremely knowledgeable consultants. They have a lot of experience and a lot to teach. They all help take me to an in-depth understanding of how consulting works within Washington, D.C.
It's awesome because of how much I've done this summer. The trainings, I learned how to do process mapping, program management, learned how to work inside the Beltway, the wine tasting at Monticello.
We've been able to have executive lunches with people you would never get an opportunity to meet or even fit on their schedule.
We had senior executives from Secret Service, from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and from the Department of Energy, and from GSA, so it was a really broad spectrum.
It's not just an internship. You're actually learning and you're practicing the things that you talk about in a classroom, but you don't get to do.
I would recommend the AMP program to any graduate student that's looking to work in the government sector or consulting or in public policy. You'll get the real groundwork of how public policy is implemented within the government.
It's really going to put me ahead in the future.
I think it's changed my life forever. I feel like I'm a new person after this summer.